Hello friends, welcome to today's video. We are going to be going through my February empties. I don't have that many, so it's going to be a pretty quick video. I had actually went back and forth between should I even film February's or should I just group it into March? And then I just decided, even though it's going to be a shorter video, I'm going to just do it on its own while my thoughts are fresh on these products, because if you're new here in Empties videos, I also like to give a pretty solid speed review on the product, whether I would not only recommend it or repurchase it, but my full thoughts on it. So I just thought we would go ahead and do it today. And if it's a short video, it's a short video. Who really cares? But yeah, if you're new here, my name is Megan. I upload multiple-ish times per week. And yeah, if you like what you see, go ahead and smash the subscribe button and don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in. Okay, I adjusted the camera a little bit because I felt like it was like, you know, hopefully it looks better now. I don't know. So to start out, I do have a couple sample cards I wanted to chat about. I was able to use up 2 of the Tom Ford. This is the matte, Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. The shade 4, Fawn, was too deep for me. And then the shade Porcelain 5 was like too light for me. So I didn't really try out a shade that worked really well for me, but I was still able to use up 4 samples of these, which allowed me to try it out 4 different times. And I do have some thoughts. My initial thought was, wow, I love this. Like, I'm gonna wanna purchase a full size. However, as I kept trying it, it became obvious that the formulation was a little bit finicky. Just for reference, for the rest of the video, I have combination skin and I prep my skin fairly well before I do makeup. I do the whole cleanse, serum, toner, moisturizer, and then a primer even again sometimes. So like I do prep my skin for makeup. And when I used this the first time, I had used an oil in the morning, which I don't always do, but I sometimes do. And this looked flawless. But the other mornings when I did not use an oil, it was so dry and it looked so terrible on my skin. So that being said, I think if you're someone with a drier skin and texture and whatnot, I don't think you would love this, just because you're gonna have to really put a lot of work into the prep time. And even then it could still look dry. I had, you know, that experience. So honestly, thank goodness, because there for a hot second, you guys, I was like, OMG, I'm going to spend $90 on a foundation. What is wrong with me? And then it ended up just not being that great. So that was my thoughts on that. Just too drying for me. I think you would have to probably have more oily skin or combo too oily for that to work on a more consistent basis. The other sample card I finished up is the Hourglass Concealer. I did try and use the shade Cream. It was just too light for me. The shade Silk is the one I usually have on hand. Yeah, Silk. But I just wanted to use this because I was getting a little burnt out of the current one. I was panning, so I wanted to switch it up. I used this completely up, and then I just said, you know what? Life's too short. Fuck it. And I opened up my Hourglass one. That way I have 2 different concealers, so I have a little bit of variety. I like variety. But yeah, I do really enjoy this concealer overall. I'm actually wearing it today. It does a really good job of staying in place. I do find that I have to set it, which I'm not like a huge fan of because powder can be tricky, as you can see. Maybe, I don't know. The lighting is so weird today. I'm just still trying to figure it out, you guys. But yeah, I do have to set this, which is fine, but I do like to skip a setting step. So I do enjoy it. I do think it's nice. It blends out really good, and I would recommend it if you're in the market for a creme concealer. The next 2 products are from e.l.f. They are the Instant Brow Lift Pencil. I was able to empty 2 of these. I have 2 different shades going on. I had the neutral brown, and then I picked up a couple of the deep brown, which is what I'm wearing today, just so I have a little bit of variety, because sometimes I feel like the lighter one looks better on me, and sometimes I feel like the darker one looks better on me, and they're only $3. So in all honesty, I usually keep these in stock anyways. They are my favorite Holy Grail brow pencil. I think if you're someone who likes more fine strokes, then you might not like these, just because the tip is not as small and fine. It's a little bit bigger, but for like the style of brow I do, these work really, really great. And yeah, I will continue to repurchase them. They are incredible, incredible. The next product is from Wishful. This is like a branch off of Huda Beauty. It's her skincare line, and this is the Honey Balm Jelly Moisturizer. I think I've gone through, I would venture to say 4 or 5 of these now. I have another one open and I have 2 more ready to go. This is literally just so nice. The texture is like, I don't want to say jelly because it is whipped, but it's thick and it sinks into the skin really beautifully, super hydrating. I love it. And I know before they used to have this in the Boxy Drop Shop quite often. I don't know if they still do. I steer clear of that place because I don't have the willpower, so I just don't get on there. But they often would have this for half off, and not only do I recommend it, but especially for half off, I think that is an excellent deal. Huda also typically does pretty good Black Friday sales, so this could be something, you know, you add to your like wish list and then maybe later pick it up kind of situation. But yeah, I really, really love this moisturizer. I use it at nighttime. It brings enough hydration. I think it does a little bit better in the summer when I'm not as dry. But if I keep this in rotation with like my Youth to the People, what is that called? Youth to the People Dream Mask, then perfectly fine, no issues. Really love this. Next up, we have the Ultra Repair Firming Collagen Cream. This is from First Aid Beauty, and you guys, I don't understand the hype around First Aid Beauty. Every product I've tried, I either don't like or I think is pretty meh. I don't feel like wowed by it ever. But because First Aid is so hyped up, every time I get like a little mini or a sample, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. This time's gonna be different. Maybe the one I got was bad, or maybe I'm gonna have a better experience. Like, that is what I think every time, and every time I'm so wrong. Like, in this one, I don't like it. Actually, I think it's interesting because this whole line is geared more toward sensitive skin, but there's something in this that my skin is sensitive to. Like, I don't want to say that it like hurts when I apply it, but it almost like, it tingles, and I almost feel like it makes my skin more sensitive as I continue to use it. I don't know. But you heard it here first. For the record, if I get any more samples of First Aid Beauty products, I'm just passing them along. I'm not gonna make myself use them or try them out for the 50th time. I am done. And I feel like I'm the outlier here because so many people love First Aid Beauty products, but like, I just cannot get on board. They just don't work for my skin. So yeah, empty. Would not recommend or repurchase. Next up, we have the NYX Glitter Primer. You guys, this is like a must-have in your makeup collection, especially if you are a shimmer lover. I just feel like it really not only takes your shimmers to like another level, but it also really holds them down, locks them in place. This is great if you're someone who likes to use glitters as well. And honestly, it is so inexpensive and it lasts forever. I literally had this for 2 years and I just now finished it up. It has a 6-month shelf life, but I didn't experience any like irritation on my eyelids, so I continued to use it up. The one thing I will say, I see a lot of people's component like breaking right here after a bit of use. I fortunately did not have that experience. I did repurchase this and hopefully I won't have that experience, but I did just want to mention it. But yeah, all in all, I think that it's a really great product. And like I said, I've already repurchased it and I have a new one. Next, we have the Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This has been a holy grail since the brand sent this to me, like almost 3 years ago now. This has been a staple in my routine. Not only is the packaging just so like high quality, it's, you know, glass, it has a dropper, but it's also inexpensive. I believe this is $6. Crazy. Available at Ulta now, so you can even get points on it. And it is just so gentle and hydrating on my skin. I feel like there is a difference when I'm not using it on my skin. So this is one, like if you're looking for good, affordable skincare, this is what I would recommend. Good Molecules has so many incredible products. It's not just limited to the serum. So I do think that they're a brand that is worth looking into if you're wanting to branch out into some more affordable skincare options. Last up, I had a perfume sample. This is a Burberry Hero, and this one was pretty interesting. Like, to be honest with you guys, when I first applied it, I got like 4 uses out of this. You can get quite a bit of uses out of a sample. When I first applied it, it feels initially, or it smells initially very masculine. And I was like, is this for a boy? Because I was like, maybe I like put it in the wrong thing. I don't know, but no, it's not. So it has like a very masculine initial scent, but then I realized as it dried down, it felt more unisex and you could smell the more feminine notes. So if that sounds like something that would be up your alley, I would give it a go. But more importantly, I would go maybe sample it at Sephora or Ulta first. Just do spray down, walk around with it, see how you feel. Because I feel like if I initially would have just sprayed this on a sample card, I'd be like, whoa, that smells way too masculine. But the way it dries down on my skin is actually really nice. I don't know if I would go out and purchase it just because I obviously have enough perfume. I'm actually trying to work through some samples, but I do think it's something that I could see myself having in my collection. I think it's really nice. But yeah, that is all, you guys. That is all my empties. I think it was definitely a little bit of a slower month. For reference, I mean, I only wore makeup for maybe 8 or 9 days, which is completely out of the normal for me. And I also wasn't really doing my skincare there for a while either. February was a shitty month for me personally, and it just was kind of hard to do day-to-day stuff for quite a while. So yeah, in result of that, I didn't have a ton of empties, but I'm hoping that in March, I'll be more back to myself and my routines, and hopefully we will see a few more empties. Yeah, if you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button before you go, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.